Hello, Wave Country. I'm John Ramsey, and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Wave 3 Listens Live. All right, Derby is here. Perhaps you have big-time plans. Maybe you're going aboard the steamboat race. Perhaps you're going to one of the Kentucky Derby Festival events. Maybe you're going to the track. Your youthfulness will be tested. I promise you that. Wouldn't it be great to be 25 again? 25 again by Body Shapes Medical. We've got some folks here who are going to tell you all about it. A nurse practitioner, Lisa Fetter, joins us once again. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, John.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
You look
too.
tan. Have you been south?
I get out every chance I get. I've not been south yet, but...
See, but from the medical side, that's that vitamin D and that sunshine, right?
Vitamin D is excellent for you. I recommend it.
All right.
Highly.
And 25 again by Body Shapes Medical. This is a member. This is Paul McCrory. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, you
Paul?
did. That's right. That's very
Welcome
good.
to the show, my man.
I'm glad to be here.
You know, whenever I see a member of Body Shapes Medical, Lisa, they come in here, and I go, okay, you look fantastic. What's the issue? And then I see the before picture, or they tell me their story, so maybe it wasn't always this way. And something else that I find to be true across the board with your members is there's this energy level that exudes from them. When Paul came in, we started talking right away. We're going back and forth, back and forth. I said, hey, this guy's got a really high energy level, which I like. So, Paul, tell me a little bit about your story. What was the case before you visited Body Shapes Medical?
Yeah, you know, I was really looking around to get some help losing weight, actually. That's what got me attracted to that. And so I went there and met with Lisa, and Lisa laid out a lot of opportunity for not only losing weight, but getting hormone balance. And I really honestly hadn't thought about that. So we did a blood panel, and it turns out, wow, I really needed some help. And Lisa was there to help and do that for me.
All right, let's take a look at the before picture here. This is our friend Paul McCrory. This is before. And Paul, as I said, now how much weight's there? See, I've never seen you that way, so I can't imagine it. But as I look at it now, I'm going, wow, I would guess you've lost, that looks like about 40 pounds?
That's about 50 pounds. That's
50
right.
pounds.
That's
wow,
right.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah, it's exciting.
But that's only part of the story, Lisa. You were telling me, weight loss, don't get me wrong, it's a nice benefit. And, of course, that'll contribute to energy levels and just overall well-being.
Right.
But that's just part of it, isn't it?
That is just part of it. I love it that we changed our name from Body Shapes Medical to 25 again, because that really is what we do. At age 25, you don't have arthritis, diabetes, certain types of cancers, and that's because hormones are optimal. As we age, hormones decline, and as hormones decline, inflammation sets in. And inflammation is the root cause of all disease.
There we go. Now, 25 again. I wanted to ask you then, Paul. So we talked about the weight loss. So energy levels. Tell me about some of the other benefits other than weight loss. What else have you noticed as far as in a positive way?
Well, obviously, as she said, with the hormone level being balanced, I honestly don't think about it. That's really sad because I should give it more credit. I just feel like I just feel normal, right? I don't feel tired. I get out and do things. I play golf. I get out and it's just... I don't even think about it. So that's really, I guess, a good testament, right? I'm not feeling down. I'm not feeling low energy.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're feeling, like you said, what should be normal.
What I think is normal.
Right,
correct.
but you weren't
right.
accustomed to that prior to.
Correct.
So
correct.
You mentioned sleep, and I think for someone, because I can relate to this as I get older, sleep is really a valued commodity. And it is harder to get really good sleep, that rapid eye movement sleep, REM sleep. With that being said, how does that work? How does testosterone or hormones work into the sleep equation, Lisa?
Well, that's a big deal, because sleep is when our body restores and repairs itself. When hormones are not optimal, sleep does not come easy. Testosterone is a big component of sleep. For women, progesterone is a big component for sleep. And again, as we age, those hormones decline, so we wake up in the middle of the night. We have a harder time falling asleep. When hormones are optimal, we sleep good. Most 25-year-olds sleep pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I remember the days.
Yeah.
Okay. Paul, I'm curious, as far as you mentioned, you and I had a little bit of a chat, as I mentioned before, and you talked about the kiddos. Have they noticed an increase in energy and data? What kind of things have they noticed when they spend time with you?
Right, that's a great question. I do spend a lot of time with my kids, right? As I said, we homeschooled our kids, and I work out of the house, so I get to spend a lot of time with them. And I think they definitely have noticed an increase in energy in me, for sure.
I love hearing these kind of stories because, as I said, I meet Paul and I go, okay, this is Paul, this is the way he's always been, and it hasn't always been that way. If you'd like an improvement in your life, 25 again. 25 again is the name of the company, formerly Body Shapes Medical, and you will feel 25 again. It's more than hormones. It's about vitamins, minerals. Yes, there is a hormone component to it. It is about weight loss, but it's so much more than that. Very comprehensive. Let's talk a little bit about that. Okay, so we mentioned the weight loss. We mentioned the fact that, energy levels, et cetera, better sleep. What other benefits can you receive from 25 again?
So oftentimes, some of the women I see, they're diagnosed with depression. As hormones decline, mood changes. And women tell me, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like, getting out of bed sometimes in the morning. And a lot of times an antidepressant is prescribed, when in reality the problem is the hormones are low. Once we get the hormones back to where they were at 25, the depression goes away.
All right. And Paul is not an unusual story. He is not an anomaly, folks. You were telling me you have one member who's 80 years old?
Yes, sir.
And you were telling me, I said, you've got to tell that story on the air. So if you would, please.
So I saw him this morning. He's 80 years old, and he is so excited every time he sees me. He tells me he plays a full round of golf. I think that's 18 holes. I'm not a golfer. But he can play a full 18 round of golf, 18-hole round, and his buddies that he plays golf with him, they cannot keep up with him. And he loves that. He's so excited about that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What is let's talk about the age parameters here. So when should someone start taking a look at 25 again? How old is it? Is it depend on your genetics? Is there a threshold that you go, okay, now you're ready?
Well, as we age, hormones decline, and that can really start as early as age 30. I have very few members that are, that young, but I do have some. And then I have members that are up into their 70s and even 80 years old. So there's anytime you're feeling any of these symptoms that we talk about, a lot of times it could be directly hormonally related. And so, there's no specific age, anywhere from 30 to 80.
All right.
Yep.
If you'd like to give us a call, if you have a question of Paul about his experience with 25 again, if you'd like to talk to Lisa, who, as I mentioned, is a nurse practitioner, if you have a medical question, 571-5263 is the number, 571-5263. Paul, your wife joined you here, and I'm curious. There's a lot of people who go through this, and sometimes it is because the wife is so concerned. She's saying, hey, you're gaining some weight. I've noticed you're getting tired. Your energy levels aren't where they were. Did she notice a difference in you both before and after?
I would say she definitely noticed a difference, for sure. She really never did say to me, hey, you better lose weight. It was really more of a my kind of deal. But I would say, back to what Lisa said earlier, one comment I wanted to make, the whole testosterone level thing, I never thought about it. When I took the panel, it was like a 100 number, and I know we probably haven't talked really about the numbers here, but that was very low, and it was surprisingly low for me, right? I was like, oh, sure, I'm a healthy, athletic guy.
You're a macho guy.
Yeah, I should have good high testosterone, and it was very low. And so her bringing that back up through their program has been super helpful for me.
Yeah, I think, Lisa, a lot of times guys and gals, they get fooled. They say, I'm relatively healthy. Mine should be right where it should be. And it is maybe for your age, but why not feel better, right?
Right.
It's being proactive.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And a lot of times I have members come in and they are very surprised at how low their numbers are. Certain medications can cause those numbers to decline, so sometimes I see that as well.
All right. 571-5263 if you have a question. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do go to break, I want to let you know if you're thinking about 25 again, then here's what you need to do is you need to react today because they're giving you a half-off special. Today's special, if you would, Lisa, tell them all about it.
Sure. It's half off a consultation fee. That includes your lab draw and a 1-hour analysis of the lab work. Normally this is $150. It's only $75 today. You want to go to 25again.com. This offer expires at midnight, or you can call 502-425-0500 with any questions.
All right. More with Paul McCrory and Lisa Fetter and your phone calls. 571-5263. We'll be right back. We are Wave 3 Listens, and yes, we are live.